gentlemen, we are on a journey at Coker's Barbecue in Arlington, Texas. Now, this place had been on the list for quite some time, and I do mean it's well worth the wait, and it's well worth the wait. The staff, the people, and the decor is to die for. Coker's Barbecue is named because they have a bunch of Coca-Cola theme. And I mean everywhere, to plates, to napkin holders, even to the machines. But you can't forget the food, and that's something you will drink with the Coke or your favorite beverage. Now, the day we visited, it was kind of cold, but it was warm inside. It is so friendly to everybody, and the people who know it best will always show up. And hey, you know what? This journey is going to be great because the ribs are made by a pitmaster who happens to be a lovely female, and you don't find very many of those in the world of barbecue. Of course, they have delicious specials, so it's going to be budget friendly for everybody. And this lovely lady behind the counter is a legendary employee. Yep, she had something to say, and we made sure we got every word that she spoke. She's friendly, she's nice, just like everybody else. Sit tight, ladies and gentlemen. The true taste of Texas is coming right here on Hot Grills of Texas.
Hell's Half Acre Vodka, the best vodka and alcoholic beverage that came out of Fort Worth since the days of the Cowboys. If you haven't tried it already, you better go down right now. Hell's Half Acre Vodka, 1885. Check them out on Facebook, Instagram, and you can also buy them at Panther City Distribution. For you, for me, for everybody who likes that good, relaxing drink. Hell's Half Acre Vodka. What are you waiting for? Get yourself a little taste of hell on wheels.
Ladies and gentlemen, when you bring people to eat good barbecue, there's no shortage about that. What I will say, when you have a big appetite like these two ladies, well, don't put it in front of them. It will not last. And at this place, that is the main theme right there. The ribs, the stuffed potato, and the other amenities that they gave us was plentiful. Yes, it filled a lot of hungry bellies that day, and we had enough to take home. That's kind of the thing we do. We eat, we take home, and we tell people about it. Well, I couldn't hold it back any longer. I finally had to let them loose. From the fries to the sides and everything else in between, they're going to tell you all about it. Again, stay tuned for more right here at Hot Grills of Texas. Well, you know we're back, ladies and gentlemen. Hot Grills of Texas and DJ Rick doing his thing. And you may remember this next guest because we had a hot wing challenge. Yes, at Rodeo Wings in Fort Worth. And she ate the ghost pepper wings that just made her, well, let's say, it was easy for them to come in. I'm not sure about the adverse effect afterwards, but it was the hottest pepper that they make legally, and she ate 4 of the 5 boneless wings, and it turned her hair red. That stuff was some hot stuff. Even I, DJ Rick, did not indulge in the ghost wing. I got smarts. I know better than that, but we found ourselves a victim, and she's back again for the second time. And your name is?
Hey, I'm Stephanie.
Are you sure?
Yes.
We just call her hot stuff because she ate all that stuff. She was stupid, but you know what? It made a good segment, one of the best segments I ever done. I promised you that I'd make it up to you by having you back here today. So therefore, you have to tell me what you thought about those delicious ribs.
Oh my gosh, the ribs were so juicy. I put a little bit of the brown sugar sauce on there, and it was amazing.
It was more than amazing. I had a couple before y'all came, and the meat went off the bone on the first bite. It just really separated, so I knew we were in for a treat. They're known for having famous ribs. But I did see you hoard a lot of that brisket. I'm mad at her. You were the pit bull on the brisket today. Why is that?
The brisket was amazing. Brisket's my favorite, and it was just so meaty, juicy, and it was wonderful.
That brisket had that smoke ring that people know about in Texas. When you cook a good brisket, it's got the smoke ring, got the little pink on it, and they had the presentation ever so looking good. The side dish you had, I forgot which one you had, but tell our audience about some of those good side dishes.
Well, I had the potato salad. I also had the coleslaw, which was very good, and the beans were amazing.
Everybody kind of went to the beans too. It's like a go-to now. So like everybody had a little bit of everybody's plate. I even got some of the beans to take home. So that's how good they were. So on a scale of 1 to 10 with the brisket, with the beans, the big potato we had, and the ice cream that, again, almost lost my hand on a scale of 1 to 10, what would you rate this place?
10, definitely.
There's also 11 if you want to go that far. You can go off the grid if you want to.
I'll go with the 12. 12.
Yeah, she went with a 12 because that's how she rated the place, and that's also her age. Times 2. I'm kidding.
I don't think you know how to do math.
No, and I think I better be quiet because dynamite comes in those small packages, especially when the redhead like this, so I know I'm in trouble. But you know what? I'm going to have you again on another show because you know how to eat good barbecue, and you know good barbecue, and you got good judgment because she thinks I'm kind of cute. So you know what? I got to bring her back on the show again. Thanks again. We'll see you guys next time on another episode of Hot Grills of Texas. Santa Claus, all I want for Christmas. Cut. What's going on, everybody? Again, this is DJ Rick, Hot Grills of Texas. And you know, sometimes you got to break in the new guest because certain people I just never had on my show before. And I'm not really sure if I'll have them back on again. Somebody almost took out these 5 precious fingers over dessert. We're going to be talking about that today. I can't say that I blame her because it was that good. And your name is?
Danielle.
Miss Danielle, I've got to jump right into it. We talked about the meats, we talked about what they're famous for, but the desserts came to the table, and you seem to have a good time with that. Tell us about your favorite dessert.
I like the peach cobbler. It was gooey and warm and buttery, and then it had the coldness of the ice cream too, so it was really good.
Let me say this, because not only did you eat that, I think you might have inhaled it, because it didn't last too long. But
No, it didn't. If we could put it in a to-go box with the ice cream, I would.
On a day like today, you probably can. For those that don't understand, today it's 39 degrees and it's cold out here. So yeah, it's going to make the trip home. We have pecan cobbler also. What were your thoughts about that?
I actually am not a fan of pecan pie, but I did like the pecan cobbler, which is weird. But they had the pecans crushed up just right, so that way there's not a lot of big ones. And then, of course, the goo and the ice cream.
She's actually on point with that. It was more like a cobbler instead of a pie, but the thing about it is there were more nuts and crust mixed in with the mixture, and it just worked, and the ice cream just melted on top. That was really good. As far as the meats that we served, what was one of the favorite cuts of meat that you had this afternoon?
I like the pulled pork. The pulled pork with the barbecue sauce that they have here on the table. It was really good.
They got two different barbecue sauces, people, and it is not a bad one. I tried them both. To me, they're kind of a draw between the both. One maybe is sweeter, one has a little different texture, but they both work. And it was at the pulled pork she's talking about. I almost lost these fingers. I can't believe you were that vicious with the fork.
I know. I had to get it in my to-go box before you.
Well, I got enough of it because, believe me, I really wanted to go back for the second, but we men know better, especially when someone of her size and Southern tells you, don't do this anymore. I learned a valuable lesson. Thanks for coming on the show. Can we have you back on again?
Yes, sure. Why not?
You know what? A true Southern diva knows a good Southern food. You guys, get that comfort food going on. It's one of those cold days in November, and you come down here, the kitchen's always warm, the service is always great, and there's always a good meal at Coker's BBQ. I didn't ask for the shot of her tonsils, but we'll put that in also.
Okay.
Cut. I love my new assistant DA, y'all. We're going to put her in a production here. Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
You don't have to call me sir.
I'll try not to.
Well, here's sir, I'll look for my dad. I'll put it that way. All right, you ready? Ladies and gentlemen and family and friends, we're here at the world's famous Coker's BBQ outside of Arlington, Texas. And you're not going to forget this place because, especially if you're a fan of ribs, brisket, and Coca-Cola, this place is well represented. I just had a sample a minute ago, and I can't wait to get the big entree because I'm going to get full. You guys know I got my eat on, and this place is the best place to do it. I'm talking right now with a lady that we call Miss Coker. She has been here for God knows how long. I think they probably named a booth or something after her because she's going to be legendary. And when you come here, she'll be happy to take good care of you. And your name is?
Tracy Sellers.
Tracy Sellers is a fun-sized person, as she calls herself. Right at 5 foot even. So you see this difference right here? Yes, people, I'm really over 6 foot. I just want you to know that. Big things come in Texas, but they come in small packages too. She's going to tell us a little bit about Coker's. First of all, what made you come to work for this wonderful place? And you've been here for quite some time, so explain to people why you're here and what's really cool about Coker's BBQ.
Well, I got a job here in '96. The owner's nephew was working at Coker's and told me that they were hiring. So I came up here and applied, and I have been here ever since.
In layman's terms, she just needed a job. But
Yeah.
hey, there's nothing wrong with that because you found a really good job. And it's not really work when you're having fun. So that's kind of cool. So out of most of the menu items that we're going to feature today, what is your favorite?
Can't go wrong with the ribs ever, but my favorite thing here is a pulled pork sandwich, and I put it on Texas toast.
We have the Texas toast, people. That little lame toast you have in those other restaurants up north, it doesn't hold a candle to the Texas Ties toast. I've seen what comes out of that window. How can a person who's so little eat a Texas-sized sandwich?
Well, you can always have room for leftovers, but I'm known to eat the whole thing.
Now answer the question because some people will say with, some people will say without sauce. I'm a sauce person, I put it on the side. They say true barbecue does not need it. What's your take on that?
I believe that true barbecue does not need to be hidden under a bunch of barbecue sauce. So without it is just fine, and you can always put some on it if you like.
I like her style already. And you know what? She's been here the longest. She knows the ins and outs of the restaurants, and she knows what to serve. Of course, her definite favorite. So if you had to, say, add something new to the menu, because everything on here is really good, but you worked here for so long, is there something that you might want to create or something that you might put your own spin to when it comes to barbecue?
One thing I have wanted to create was a dirty dog. That is a sausage on a hoagie roll with pulled pork, red onions, grilled jalapenos, and onions.
Now that she's told me, I think I'm going to create this. See, you let it loose. I was setting her up for my success. And since it comes from the barbecue lady, well, you know what? It's time to go put this in motion. I want to thank you for donating your time coming to Hot Grills of Texas. I'm looking forward to meeting you again when I come back. And if you ever get that recipe, can I be the first one to try it?
You bet. Thank you.
And you've heard it straight up here. You know, verbal contracts are binding in Texas. So we will see you guys again. We got more interviews coming, more sampling going on right here at the world's famous Coker's Barbecue. Check them out on Facebook. Look for them on their social media. And come by and say hello. Say you heard them on Hot Grills of Texas. We'd appreciate it. Thank you. You getting tired of standing here?
No, I'm just not doing anything until you tell me it's okay.
Oh, it's okay.
I feel like a deer in headlights.
That goes on my blooper reel.